Okay, for this one, we are going to again distribute first. So if we take a look carefully, we've got this whole thing that we need to distribute. So the negative half and then the x. So we're going to take that and we're going to multiply it by 12, and then we're also going to multiply that by x. So first I'm going to do 1/2 times 12. So 1/2 times 12 over 1. Multiply straight across, we get 12 over 2, which simplifies to 6. So I've got to be careful here because I'm doing a negative times a positive, so it's going to be a negative 6, and then get that x. So that's going to be your negative 1/2 x times 12 is going to give you negative 6x. Now for the second part, we're taking this negative 1/2 x and we're multiplying it by negative x. So don't forget there's an imaginary 1 in front of that x. So if we talk about the coefficients, if you're doing negative 1/2 times negative 1, we're going to get a positive 1/2. And then if you do x times x, you're going to get x squared. So negative 6x plus 1/2 x squared would be the answer. We don't have to combine like terms. All right, for this one looks very complicated. We're going to have to distribute twice. We're going to have to do the 1/2 to the 4x and then the 1/2 to the 2y. And then we're going to also distribute the 1/3 to the 12x and the 1/3 to the negative 6. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. 1/2 times 4 is what we're starting with. So 4 over 1. That would give me 4 over 2, which equals 2. So for this first part, 1/2 times 4x, we are going to get 2x. Now for 1/2 times 2y, I'm going to show my math over here. So 1/2 times 2 over 1, which is 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2, which equals 1. So when we do 1/2 times 2, we're really just getting plus 1, and then don't forget your variable y. So now we need to do our 1/3 times 12x. So right here, let's do 1/3 times 12 over 1, which is going to give you 12 over 3, and 3 goes into 12 4 times. So we are going to get plus 4x, don't forget your variable, and then we're going to do 1/3 times 6. Oops, 1/3 times our negative 6 there. So the side we are going to do 1/3 times 6 over 1, which 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3, and 3 goes into 6 2 times. So we're going to get minus, because the sign was negative, or minus 2. Now we need to not forget to bring down this plus 5 at the very end. So let me erase some of my work here. All right, so now I'm going to take a look and see if I can combine like terms. So I'm going to draw my boxes, start from the end. All right, so do I have any like terms? I've got my x's here, my 2x and my 4x, which would give me a total of 6x. My y I cannot combine with anything, so I'm just going to bring down my plus 1y. You can also just say plus y, but then my negative 2 and my positive 5 is going to give us plus 3. So 6x plus 1y plus 3. All right, and for this last one here, it does not say it, but we are finding the perimeter. So if you think back, what is perimeter? That would be adding all of your sides up together. So there's a couple ways that we could do this, but instead of writing all of the sides down twice, we can say that since one of the sides is 7 over 10 p plus 2, and there's 2 of them, we can put parentheses around this and a 2 on the outside to represent the 2 sides. And we are adding that to the second side, which is 3/10 p plus 1, but there's also 2 of them. So we can write it this way, which allows us to distribute, combine like terms to get our final answer for the perimeter. So we are going to be multiplying 2 times 7/10 p, and then 2 times 2, and then 2 times 3/10 p, and then 2 times 1. So for the first one, 2 times 7/10, so 2 over 1 times 7 over 10. 2 times 7 is 14 over 10. So if I were to simplify this, I would get 10 goes into 14 one time with 4 left over. I can continue to simplify this. I can divide the 4 and the 10 by 2. So I get 1 2/5 for my final answer for 2 times 7/10. And it is going to be p. Don't forget that variable. Now I also need to do, I'm going to rewrite that down here. So 1 2/5 p. I'm also going to do 2 times 2, which 2 times 2 is 4, so that's plus 4. Now I'm going to do 2 times 3/10 right here. So 2 over 1 times 3/10. So 3 times 2 is 6, 1 times 10 is 10. If I simplify, divide both of those by 2, I get 3/5. So that's going to be plus 3/5 p. And then 2 times 1 is going to give us plus 2. So now that I have my expression, I need to make sure that I can't combine like terms, but I can. So I'm going to go ahead and box it up. I've got my p's here that I can combine. So I'm going to combine 1 2/5 plus 3/5. So I'm going to keep my whole number. 2 plus 3 is 5, and keep our denominator, right? We had to find common denominators, but they were already there. You normally would, but they were already there. Now, if I look at my answer, 5 over 5 is just 1. So really, that's just a strange way to write the number 2. So I get 2p plus, and then I do have my constants here, 2 and 4. I can combine. 2 plus 4 would give me 6. So 2p plus 6 would be my answer. So I want you to try the next questions on the PowerPoint and check the key that is linked.